فادخلي في عبادي وادخلي جنتي.
Indonesian governments and society have historically supported victims of aggression and conflict, be it in Palestine, Myanmar, or Iraq. Yet Indonesian public, especially online, continues to sympathize with the Russian position. Pro-Russian Twitter threads have been incredibly popular among Indonesians. Several Indonesian academics have also come out in support of the Russian position. This support has ranged from criticizing the Indonesian government's condemnation of Russia to even reproducing Russian narratives in speeches and articles. Why is this happening? There are several reasons the public have been inclined to support Russia in this case. The first is a strong anti-American and anti-Western attitude in society. This anti-Americanism has previously been observed in Indonesian attitudes toward the U.S. war on terror, which was in itself a major driver of anti-American sentiment. A dominant strand in Indonesian discussions of the Russian war on Ukraine has focused on American and Western hypocrisy. Many have contrasted the West's reluctance to support Palestine with the speed at which support has flowed to Ukraine. These glimpses of Indonesian public opinion point to the consequences of past U.S. and Western missteps, particularly the flouting of international law in the 1999 bombing of Serbia, the disastrous 2003 invasion of Iraq, and the even more disastrous regime change operation in Libya in 2011. These cases have all helped weaken the norm of state sovereignty, and in some senses gave Putin the excuse he needed for violating this norm in his own turn. The issue is therefore more about disdain for the West rather than wholehearted support for Russia's actions. This is similar to attitudes in China, where Russia has been viewed as a revisionist power struggling against the hypocritical West. Another crucial factor influencing Indonesian responses to the conflict is the public preference for strong leaders. The Indonesian public is highly responsive to rhetoric about nationalist and populist leadership. Russian President Vladimir Putin has long been portrayed as a hypermasculine, strong, and assertive leader. Putin was already popular in Indonesia before the attack on Ukraine, so many Indonesians have been inclined to accept his narrative of the conflict without much question. Indeed, in the Indonesian media and among the public, Putin has been portrayed as an intelligent and experienced former intelligence official, while Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has been reduced to a caricature, given his past life as a comedian. A third factor that could help to explain pro-Russian views among the Indonesian public is religion. This might seem counterintuitive, given Russia's communist past, and the dominant perception in Indonesia that communism is anti-Islam. The Soviet invasion of Afghanistan in the 1970s and the Chechen Wars in the 1990s only reinforced these views. And as recently as 2015, Russia's military attacks on Syria prompted large demonstrations in Indonesia. The last few years, however, have seen concerted efforts to portray Russia as a friend and ally of Islam. Russia described as corresponding to the Rum people described in the Quran, people who follow Christianity but align themselves with Islam at the end of days. This narrative is increasingly common in the Islamic community in Indonesia, leading to questions over the potential for the Russia-Ukraine conflict to start World War III, or the end times. A viral video showing Ukrainian neo-Nazi Azov fighters coating bullets in pig fat, apparently for use against Muslim Chechens, only served to add to the impression that the natural side of the conflict for Muslims was with Russia.
أيتها النفس المطمئنة ارجعي إلى ربك راضية مرضية